Passion talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. 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 Running from the truth was getting reckless. In your arms I never felt protected. Oh. 'Cause you don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh. No looking back this time. 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 No looking back this time.
Evening. I hope you are all well today. It's been pretty crazy. Let me just turn my aircon off. It's been pretty crazy. Some of the stuff that's come out. I hope you're all calm. I hope you're all looking forward to the season. Next game, we've got AC Milan next weekend. We don't need to panic. We don't need to fight. We don't need to get antsy. We just need to sit back and relax and enjoy, because it's going to be a wild summer in the transfer window. And I see a lot of people that are having doubts about the management. Don't have doubts about the management. Like, look what they've done already. Like, the management have delivered us Arnie Slot. The management have delivered us a boatload of cash. The management have delivered us new contracts for Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk. And the management have delivered us Florian Wirtz, Frimpong and Kerkez and Mamadashvili. And God knows what else the management are going to deliver us. But we all just need to relax and just sit back and enjoy the show, because there's so much to happen. Like, that we haven't even sold players yet. Like, wait till that starts. I've got loads of stuff to show you. I also wanted to have a look at our potential front three, which could be completely scary, frightening. And then I might even take that down to a 5, because I wanted to look at Ekatike, Rodrigo. We don't really need to look at Mo, but we can just adore what Mo's done already. And then we can also look at Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong. We cannot ignore what Jeremy Frimpong has already done in his career. This guy is an absolute monster in attack with goals and assists. So we also need to put him into the equation. So I do apologise as well for my little tangent that I went on the last show. That will not happen again. I will keep on the agenda. I will keep on track. And this one's all about the latest news. I don't know whether it's a conspiracy theory, but maybe a little bit more of a thought on Isaac and what the hell's going on with that whole situation. And also we can have a look at Rodrigo, because it looks like Arsenal could be out of that one from the latest news which I've got, which I'll show you. And there's also an interesting one about Manchester United, which has got 2 players that Liverpool fans don't want at Liverpool who could be going to Manchester United. So we can all have a chuckle at that. But yeah, let's get into it. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. I'm just going to do this super chat quickly. Big up Josh for the super chat. Canate 40 million, Simicas Robbo 10 million, Morton 5 million. I think we'll get 15 million for Morton, by the way. That's the rumours. Elliot could be a loan. I'm hearing Elliot could actually be a loan now, with an option. But Elliot might might have a sneaky chance of being a Liverpool player if we send him out on loan. Ben Doak's 25 million price tag now. Diaz is going to get done soon. There's loads of stuff coming out from Germany that I can show you. Nunes, I've got an update on Nunes to Saudi, which has been accepted, which I can also show you. I don't want to talk about insurance, but that is something. Kwanzaa was 30 with 5 million add-ons. Total 330 million. Rodrigo 75. Ekatike 75. Guehi. Not sure about Guehi now. I think we might get Guehi on a free transfer. There's rumours that we're looking at somebody else, which I'll talk about as well. We know what that can get us. I know that can get us the big fish, the Isaac fish. But muchas gracias for the super chat, Josh. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Okay, so 77 of you in here. Starting off quite slow tonight. Hit the likes quickly. That'll be great. I also wanted to quickly drop my a plug for my conspiracies and rabbit holes, I've called it now, through demand from the members. That's happening on Sunday. It's in the actual. It's there now, so you can put it in your calendar. That's happening at 9:00 on Sunday. So I'm going to do another 2 hours on conspiracies and rabbit holes for the members. If you want to become a member, you know what to do. Membership's there, just join. I'm near 200 now, which is great. I've got loads to cover on that show. I'm going to do some stuff about a Norwegian diver that discovered something at the bottom of the sea. That's a new one. I'm going to do something about aircraft carriers found in the desert in China. and that's another dive I'm going to go into. I'm going to talk about the whole EP Stein stuff. I can talk a little bit more about that. I also wanted to talk about Antarctica a bit more. What else did I want to talk about? There's a couple of other things. I think I wanted to do maybe a few more things on the families as well. But interesting stuff. Maybe some assassinations I'll talk about as well. Okay. Oh, we didn't talk about the pyramids. I'll definitely dip into the pyramids as well. Okay. Right. Nearly 100 of you in here. We're starting off now. Okay. Cool. Let me just do a couple of shout outs to the members. 2 seconds. Right. Bear with me while I just do a couple of shout outs to the members. Okay. A couple of shout outs to the members. Big up US Copite, big up Scottish Bear, big up Red Gaz, big up Redbird, big up Polo Mint. What else we got? Obviously Josh Harding, big up Josh, big up Alexander Delos. What else we got? And Mr. Skyblue's just arrived. Big up all you lot in the house. Let me just go back to my screen because I was reading off the YouTube page. Okay, so let's start things off. Right, so what is the latest stuff that actually, I know what I want to show you because I want to start off with something cool. Has anybody seen the video of Train Ione breaking a world record? Has anyone seen that video of Train Ione breaking a world record in the chat? Thought I'd show you it. Okay, has anybody seen this video in the chat? Has anyone seen this video in the chat? Yes or no? Anyone? Anyone? No? Okay, I'm on my own on this one then. Okay, so I'm going to play you this video. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Watch this. It is ridiculous. He hits the post, the crossbar, and the other post in 6.2 seconds with 3 balls. There you go. And Nunes goes over and lifts him up like a child. Just come picks him up in the air. There you go. Thought I'd show you something that maybe you hadn't seen. Thought that was pretty cool. So there you go. That was Train Ione signed a new contract, which is brilliant news, by the way. He's now signed long term. Also, Rio Gamoa is also close to signing a new deal, according to Fabrizio Romano. So that's going to be good that we have him and also Trey signed up on new deals. Great news. Sorry, just a little bit of a yawn there. Okay, so let's go. Let's jump into it. Right, where shall I start? Okay, first of all, I want to start with Chelsea because I read this and let me know if you think that this could be true. Let me know if you think this could be true. This is on the James Alcott channel. Hot take. Everyone is going to overhype Chelsea and title shouts are inevitable. But I think this will be the first season with squad infighting over too many top players and the effects of the CWC will weigh heavy on them. Average season and the managerial sacking incoming. What does everybody think about that? Oh, big up Josh. Big up, mate. Really appreciate that. Oh, he's into conspiracies. Cheers, mate. Really appreciate that. Thanks. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I didn't think of that. Like, yeah, people who aren't actually into Liverpool or football could actually watch the channel, but just watch the membership part. I haven't thought about that. That's an interesting one. Do you agree? You agree? You agree? Yeah, I think it's an interesting take. I really do. I think it's quite an interesting take. That it will be the first season that they have the egos in the club. I don't really know where to. I don't really know where to go with this show because there's so much stuff I've got. Tell you what, we'll do the Canate one. So Liverpool plan to accept 40 million for Canate. Okay, that was today, 7 o'clock. Okay, so Liverpool are looking at around 40 million to sell Canate. So if that's the case, then Canate is probably going to go to Real Madrid. Okay, so I think that one is probably going to happen, especially with the latest defender that we're linked with, which I'm going to show you. So the latest defender we are linked with is this one. Liverpool offered Lucas Beraldo, who I think was terrible for PSG, but we've been offered him apparently. I don't want him, but he's a Brazilian international and he's supposed to be highly rated. The spectacular Brazilian defender, he was awful. He was awful, but they call him a spectacular Brazilian defender. But apparently we've been offered him. There's another defender that we're now linked with, which I'm going to show you. Which one is that? Yeah, Zabani. Okay, so we're back. So apparently, Zabani's available for 60 million, and PSG won't offer more than 55 million for him. And media outlet TBR suggests that the Reds might still step in and try and get him because we've been looking at him for a while apparently. But yeah, so that's an interesting one. Like I don't know whether that they're just throwing this stuff out because Guehi is still being negotiated. Like I don't know. Like I genuinely don't know. Don't quote me on that stuff. But yeah. What else do I want to show you? A couple of funnies. We'll do a couple of funnies, okay? So from IndyColor, we can confirm that Benjamin Sesko's agent met with Manchester United officials on Thursday. So Manchester United could be in for Sesko, which is great news. That's really good news for me, like because he needs to go to another club because I just don't want to be linked with him again. Like stop linking us with him. So that would be wonderful if he can go there. Also, another player that's been linked with Manchester United is this one, which a lot of Liverpool fans don't want. Manchester United see Anthony Gordon as a Garnacho replacement. I don't know whether that's got any legs, but I'm sure Liverpool fans would be happy with that. That would be really interesting if he went to Manchester United because he would have played for both of our rivals. Like he would have played for Everton and Man United. Like I can't see him going to Man United though. He's a diehard Liverpool fan. I don't know. Who knows how that one works? Harvey Elliott has been given permission to discuss personal terms with possible suitors. Elliott's agent has already met with Newcastle and West Ham. West Ham meeting took place on the 14th, 4 days ago. Okay, so I think the West Ham deal will happen. I genuinely do. I think Elliott to West Ham is a good fit. I do. I think that's a good fit. More from Indy. Liverpool and Real Madrid to meet today at 2 p.m. For second round talks regarding Rodrigo. LFC won't be forced into overpaying and have set valuation for the Real Madrid star. Arne Slot is keen on Rodrigo's playing style. So apparently we'll only pay 70 million for him. So I don't know where we go with that one if we can't get him for 70. I'll also drop this one as well, which basically Arsenal option closed for Rodrigo, according to Cadenza SER, who are quite reputable in Spain. Arsenal's options are closed. The mention of Isaac makes it all more probable that Rodrigo ends up at Anfield. Newcastle, of course, don't appear willing to sell Isaac in this window. That's their loss. Either renew a contract or depreciate an asset in the window. But since the Reds cannot get hold of the Sweden frontman in the summer, it means any potential fee for Isaac can now go elsewhere. Liverpool are hoping to shift Darwin Núñez and will listen to realistic bids for Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz has actually agreed terms on a 12 million, I think it's 12 million pounds contract with Bayern Munich. That deal's going to happen. Like, that deal will happen. So all this nonsense about Arsenal going for Rodrigo it's rubbish. I'm sorry, it's just rubbish. Like, they got their winger. Madueke was their winger. They might get Eze, but I don't even know whether they get Eze now because they've just got they've just signed Ethan Nwaneri on a new 5-year deal, which means he's been promised football. And if he's been promised football and then Arsenal starts signing loads of wingers, then he's been massively let down by the club, like, which is really sad. I thought this one was interesting. This was actually about an hour ago. We are at the airport arrivals. We have been tipped off that LFC officials are coming back from certain business. I don't know what that is, okay? Maybe that's Newcastle. Maybe that's Newcastle business. I don't know. But that was Indy today. This one, I don't know whether this is old news. I'll be honest. I don't know whether this is the conversations that had with him and Paul Mitchell last year, or not last year, earlier on in the year, about a new contract. And I don't know whether that's just reiterating that he's upset about the Newcastle situation. But the fact that it says not allowed to speak to Liverpool might mean a bit more. And it's also interesting as well because Indy Kalle literally said in his tweet that Alexander Isak spoken to Newcastle to ask them not to reject an offer. So the fact that they've said he's not for sale, they've gone behind his back. I find it a really interesting situation with him. I really do. It feels like Liverpool have gone, right, you want Ekitike? Well, we wanted Ekitike. You won't sell us Isaac. Okay, we're going to get Ekitike. But we're going to let Isaac know that we want you and the ball's in your court. Like, if you want to move to Liverpool, this is your chance because we're about to sign a guy that Newcastle have chased for 3 years. And they wanted to play him with you and maybe sell you. And it looks like they wanted to sell you to the Saudis so they could get more money and they can keep the money in the actual, like, the business. Like, selling Isaac to a Saudi club that owns Newcastle is keeping the money in the bank. It's just moving it around the bank. it's a really dodgy way of doing stuff. Like, I've got to be honest. Like, it does seem a bit Man City-ish. Like, it seems a bit stinky. Like, that's like Liverpool. That's like Liverpool selling a player to the Boston Red Sox. That's like Liverpool selling Darwin Núñez to the Boston Red Sox for like 300 million. But it's still in FSG. Like, it feels weird. It feels like that's breaking the rules. It feels like that's breaking the rules. So Al Hilal will come in and spend 150 million on Isaac, and it's already Newcastle's owners' money anyway, because they own the country and part of Al Hilal. Like, it just feels really fishy. Feels really fishy, and this could be the get out that Isaac can use. Isaac could turn around and go, you know what? I have no idea what you're doing here. Like, I've refused a new contract twice because he has, and you've rejected a bid from a club that I've said I want to go to, and now you're trying to palm me off to Saudi Arabia because they're offering more money. And obviously you don't want to sell me to a rival, or you think is going to be a rival. Like, that just stinks. Like, this is a time for Isaac to go, you know what? I'm off to Liverpool. Like, and you know what? I'll be completely honest. Like, I wasn't happy. I wouldn't be happy if one of my players put on a transfer request. Sorry, if a player put on a transfer request to come to my club, because that's a bit of a personality problem for me. And I feel like that's probably not the type of characters we want. But if he's been palmed off to Saudi Arabia because they're offering more money, then you know what? Isaac, put in a transfer request, mate, and I'm all for it. Like, I'm all for it. Like, putting in a transfer request and refusing to play if they're trying to palm you off to Saudi Arabia because they own your club. Like, I don't know. It stinks. Something stinks about this whole setup. It really does. But anyway, we can chop that up as well. So I might as well show you this then, because this was the Saudi Arabia stuff, which is just weird. It's just weird. It's this one here. Okay, so this is from I can't remember who this is from. Romano. Slot is continuing to monitor Isaac's situation. Reds waiting to discover if stance will change over front man. So yeah, we've put a willingness that said that we'll pay up to 120 million. Yeah, the window shuts September the 1st. Still got the whole of August. Like, it's only the 18th of July. Like, people need to calm down. And this is what I said at the start of the show. Like, calm down about getting all these players in. All right? Isaac could go right to the end of the window. This is a big, big deal. It's a big deal. It really is. Like, if Hugo Ekitike was willing to play with Alexander Isak at Newcastle, yeah, then there's no reason why we can't just sign Ekitike. There's no reason why we can't just get that deal done. Get it on payments terms, so you pay for 4 years. Yeah, break that down to like 20 million a year. Yeah, that's really good for PSR. You spread that over 4 years. Yeah, they get more money because they get 80 million. Yeah, so they get what they want. We get what we want. And then we can wait for Isaac to make up his mind. We've still got a player that we wanted, and then we can wait till the end of the window if it takes that long. And then maybe we get Isaac at the end of the window. I'm fine. Like, Isaac doesn't need to go on pre-season training with me. Like, if we brought Isaac on, if we signed Isaac like a week before we start the league, I ain't got any issues with chucking Isaac up front. Like, he doesn't need a pre-season. Like, he is an unbelievable player that could just come in. He could just come in and do a job. But then you've got Ekitike, who's done the pre-season, and he's up to speed, and he's a younger player. Remember, Isaac's played in the Premier League for 3 years now. Like, he's fine. It's Ekitike that needs to get used to being with the squad. So yeah, that's how I feel about it, and I don't think this is over. I genuinely don't. I just don't see us giving up on something so quickly, like within like a couple of hours. I just don't see it. And I'll bring this up because this one kind of blows my socks off. If this is true, like, I don't think it is, but we can talk about it. Where is it? I don't know whether it's true. But there's this. Alexander Isak has given initial green light to start discussions with Al Hilal. Really? Really? Is this a play by Isak to start discussions with another club? And then everybody can see that, well, Newcastle are willing to sell me. And then it switches to Liverpool. And then Liverpool come in and go, whoa, Newcastle's willing to sell him now. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that Isak's willing to move. And then it suffers the blow when suddenly, oh, he's signing for Liverpool and it's 120 million. That's the thing. Is this just not a great bit of, I don't know, just business, like discussions? I just don't know. Like, if they pay 200 million, Russell, if they pay 200 million, then there needs to be an investigation. Like, it needs to be an investigation because that is just so dodgy. Like, it's so dodgy. 200 million from their own club. 200 million from the owner's bank account into the owner's bank account. What? I think it's wild, isn't it? You think Newcastle are playing us? I don't think they are. I think we just played them. We're about to take their 3-year transfer target, who they've been rejected by 3 times now. Like that's got to hurt. That's got to hurt. And also, I did want to mention this as well. Like, if we're signing a player that Newcastle have courted for quite a long time, that's not a bad thing because Newcastle sign really good players. Like Hall, brilliant. Livermorento, brilliant. Tonali, brilliant. Joelinton, brilliant. Sven Botman, brilliant. Isak, brilliant. Like Bruno Guimaraes, brilliant. Like it's not like Newcastle signed duds. Like, they signed good players. Like, the majority of their players that they've signed under Eddie Howe they've all been hits. Harvey Barnes has been brilliant. Like, he just gets injured. But Harvey Barnes has been a great signing. So, yeah, Newcastle won't even get Trafford, I know. He's going back to Man City. So, I think that's interesting. That, okay, yeah, they want Ekitike. Well, we're getting Ekitike. I mean, Newcastle pick good players. They pick good players. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, Anthony Gordon, like, I think he's a good player. I still think he's a good player, by the way. But he's not a dud. Anthony Gordon's not a dud, by the way. If Anthony Gordon came to Liverpool, I wouldn't say he's a dud. Like, he's a good player. But there's a lot of hits. Like, they've got a lot of hits. Like, and that's an interesting one because at Bournemouth, Eddie Howe had a lot of good hits as well. And it's interesting because he came from the same scouting committee as Edwards and Hughes. Just saying. Like, they were all in the same committee together. They all know each other. they've all got a good eye for a good footballer. Ekitike, I think we're in good hands. What else do I want to show you? There's 170 of you in here now, so it's starting to pick up. Please hit the like and subscribe. I'm just going to quickly give some of the members a shout out who've joined late. Big up Fireburn, big up John Kelly, big up LFC Shankly, big up Harrison, big up Russell, big up David Crompton, big up Eric, big up Roger Masso. Who else have we got? Who else have we got? Oh, big up Solo P1. Good to have you here. Aliez is in the house as well. Duffers is here. That's everybody. Oh, Charlie Williams is in the house as well. Good to have you here, mate. Also, thanks for the super chats, Charlie, in the past. It paid for this app. It paid for this app that I'm using to do the show. So big up, Charlie. Who else have we got? I've also got a goal in there. Oh, did I put a goal up? I didn't put a goal up. Well, I did have a goal up for 10 super chats, and I'd do a deep dive into some of our signings that we've made. But I'll do that for another show. It's all good. Right. So I wanted to show you this as well. So this was a breakdown of the money. This was a breakdown of the money, which I find dodgy, if I'm honest. If the Saudi side were to submit an £150 million, it would seriously test Newcastle's resolve. But there's another big factor to consider in all of this. Al Hilal are owned 75% by Saudi state-owned public investment fund, who also own an 85% control and stake in Newcastle. Therefore, this means, if owners' information is correct, that Newcastle's owners are effectively preparing to launch a bid from one of their other clubs for arguably the Magpies' best and most important players. It will be interesting to see how this story develops and if other outlets and journalists weigh in on Isaac's potential Saudi move, and if they're breaking any bloody rules. Yeah, and if they're breaking any rules, because it sounds so dodge. It just does. Oh, big up is it Pankage? Pankage. Big up Pankage. Yep, you're absolutely right about that. Cristiano Ronaldo is urging Al Nassr to sign Luis Diaz, but Luis Diaz doesn't want to go. And I mean, you blame him? Why do you want to play in front of 700 people? Also, big up Eric for the super chat. Muchas gracias. Congrats on hitting 1.5k subscribers. Really appreciate it, mate. Really appreciate it. What else have I got? We just don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We have no idea. We have no idea, mate. We really don't, honestly. I am making all this up. Like, I am creating websites and news feeds just for this show because that's what it feels like everybody else is doing. It literally feels like the media is just making a pile of shit up. Like, and Ekitike was doing training today, like just like a normal day, and so was Diaz and Nunes. Just a normal day, they were doing training. It really does. I might actually have a look into that side of the world for my conspiracies as well. I might actually delve into that and see what the hell's going on with that, because it all just seems really bloody fishy, mate. It seems so fishy. Okay, there's 200 of you in here. Amaze balls. hit the like and hit the subscribe, please. Right, let's get into some other news. So, shall we talk about Núñez? Saudi Pro League club ready to accept the 70 million demand from Liverpool. It's looking good. It's looking good that he could end up in Saudi Arabia, and he's also okay with the move. So we need to watch this space because the Saudis are coming for Darwin Núñez, which is great news. And 70 million is a nice chunk of money that we could definitely use to invest. I don't know why. Okay, what am I on now? Okay, what else are we looking at? More stuff. This was on Transfer News today. Liverpool are monitoring the situation of Rodrigo and could launch an offer if Luis Diaz is sold. Real Madrid want 100 million euros. That's from Dario AS. They've never really changed their story, and they were one of the first for Rodrigo stuff. Just want to let you know that because they were. Also, this was from Mark McAdam, who's Sky Sports. Liverpool are progressing in talks for Hugo Ekitike with discussions ongoing over a 75 million package. Did you hear the words? Because this has been mentioned by numerous reporters now. Liverpool are working on a package and a structures of payments. This is how Liverpool do things. Structures and packages, which means we don't pay full cash. We aren't going to pay full cash for him. We're going to pay installments and we're going to have a package in place. We did the same with Kirkez. Kirkez was bought for 35 million cash. He was bought for 35 million cash. The rest is a package. Liverpool are going to do the same with Ekitike. I reckon we'll probably end up spending 60 million cash, maybe even 50, and then we do installments. Or we do installments of 20 million. Like, Liverpool will want to structure this deal. We will want to structure this deal. It's a lot of money. And if he's a backup striker to Isaac, which I'm still hoping, I'm still dreaming, then this would be great. This would work really well for us. The thing is as well is, like, this is what makes me laugh. It's like we sit there and we go, oh, well, why would they want the payment spread? Because it helps with their monetization. It helps with their PSR as well. If the payments are spread for them, which means they don't get hugely taxed, which means the money doesn't get taken off them. So when you spread payments with players, it also helps the club that you're paying. Like, it works both ways. It works both ways. So it works for them as well. So that's why clubs do it. People seem to forget that. What else have I got? I've got more stuff here. I got more stuff here. Okay, so Luis Diaz. Okay, Florent Plettenberg, do the Luis Diaz stuff. Luis Diaz has not only informed Liverpool of his desire to leave, but has now also made it clear to Liverpool that he would like to join Bayern Munich if possible. The transfer is approved by Vincent Company. This is from Florent Pettenberg. This is big, by the way. If you haven't seen this, then this is a big one. All right. There was no full agreement between Bayern and Diaz yet. However, personal terms are not an issue with a potential contract running until 2029. It is now up to Bayern to reach an agreement with Liverpool. If not, Diaz could still join another club. Barcelona remain interested, but would currently be unable to register him. So Diaz is gone. He's gone, okay? He wants to leave. He wants to go to Bayern. Done. Okay? Done. All right? We're going to get our money. We're going to get a minimum of 70 million. I'm telling you, we're going to get a minimum of 70 million. We've turned down 59 million now. Like, we're going to get 70 million. I don't think we're going to get 80 million. I just don't see it. But 70 million, maybe with add-ons to 80, I don't know. But this one's going to happen now. It is. It is. And that explains why the Rodrigo stuff's now starting to pop. Because, yeah, we're obviously looking at Rodrigo to replace him. And we need to have all the ducks lined up. So when Diaz goes, Rodrigo's in. We also need to let Rodrigo know that like, we're going to offer you first team. Like, you're going to be our main guy. Show you this one as well. Liverpool is Hugo Ekitike's dream club. This is from the Bild. This is all from Germany, by the way. All of this was from Germany. So you've got Florent Plettenberg, who obviously works for the Bayern stuff as well. So he's releasing that from the German side about Diaz. And then you've got the Bild releasing stuff about Ekitike from their side. So it's all coming from Germany, which is also where all of the Florian Wirtz stuff came from. All came from Germany. And it was all right. More, because you want more, because you want more. What should I talk about next? Right, we'll do more of the Diaz stuff. So Bayern Munich have the budget in place to sign both Luis Diaz and Nick Woltemade this summer. Offers of 80 million euros for Diaz and 65 million euros for Woltemade could prompt both selling clubs to negotiate. Okay, they've already bid 59 million, I believe. Woltemade they haven't bid for yet, so that's their plan. Their plan is to get those two in. So their window's just opened as well, by the way. So they're going to start ramping up now. So watch this space. We've got over a month left of the window. So calm your horses, okay? Calm them. We have plenty of time. Plenty of time. Okay. What else? Might as well do the Alex Crook one. So Alex Crook, Liverpool could consider selling Luis Diaz if Bayern Munich approach the 80 million mark. There's also been talk of Rodrigo viewed as potential replacement. Just more media stuff around Diaz and Rodrigo for me to show you. Where are we? This was from Alto Belli. I don't know who that is, by the way, but Bayern Munich have reached an agreement for Luis Diaz on a 4-year deal until 2029, which does seem right because Plettenberg has said that, worth around 14 million per year with potential increases through performance-based bonuses, which he got at Liverpool, by the way. No one talks about that. That's another bit of news about him agreeing a contract, and I think that's already been mentioned in other media outlets that he's agreed a contract with them. So where do we go now then? Shall we start looking at this stuff? Shall we start looking at this stuff? DiMarzio. Al Hilal are considering a move for Alexander Isak. More media. This is where it came from, by the way. So that's Al Hilal looking at Isak. Bit mad, if I'm completely honest. Ben Jacobs. Liverpool remain optimistic about reaching a deal with Eintracht Frankfurt, agreeing personal terms with the striker, 6-year contract. Frankfurt are known to be tough negotiators. Advanced talks are ongoing, could continue into the weekend. So talks ongoing into the weekend. People are busy doing their jobs, which is what we like, isn't it? It's what we like. And then obviously Doak update. Several clubs are monitoring Ben Doak, with Nottingham Forest the latest to assess the winger. Liverpool could be tempted to sell if offers near 25 million arrive. Look, Nottingham Forest have just sold Anthony Elanga for 55 million. We know they've got money. They're also about to sell Danilo back to Botafogo for 25 million. They've got money. He would be a good signing for them. I see that as a good move for Doak. He'd get game time. He'd play on a wing. He'd play in a fast winging team. That's a good move. And we know they've got money. I think that's one we could get done. I think Forest might take that chance. They're also looking at Bakayoko Forest, but I think he's gone to Leipzig. So they might have missed out on him. I don't know whether he's signed for Leipzig yet, but I know they're in conversations with him. What else have I got? So I might as well just go through this, okay? A couple of things here. So moving away from the transfer news, just looking at the age of what Arnie's looking at. 24, Mamadashvili, 24, Frimpong, 22, Wirtz, 21, Kirkes, 23, Ekitike. And top players. Like Mamadashvili pulling out some of the best goalkeeper stats in the Premier League. Frimpong pulling out some of the best wing-back stats in the Bundesliga. Wirtz, potentially one of the best number 10s in the world. Kirkes, probably the best left-back in the league, if I'm completely honest, last season. And then Ekitike was very, very high in numbers in the best forward in the Bundesliga. All great ages, all top players, building the spine for the future. 100%. If we could add Guehi to that, who's 24 as well, then add Guehi to that. If you could add Rodrigo to that, like both 24. Like really, really incredible stuff by Liverpool, and just clever. It's clever. You know, you're not signing an Endo who's like 30, 31 years old. You're not signing a Thiago. You know, you're not signing older players who are going down off their peak. You know, you're not signing risky, injury-prone players. you're signing fit players who very rarely get injured. Like, and if they have been injuries, they've just been major injuries. Like, they're not the niggly ones that happen every couple of months. Just really clever business. And Slot sat down with Hughes, and they've really gone through the numbers and gone through the best players. And I want to show you Ekitike against Isak, by the way, because I think we're overlooking some of the qualities that Ekitike has. So I want to show you some of these now. But first of all, I just want to show you this, which is the potential lineup. Next season. Obviously, you can move Diaz out of that potentially and put Rodrigo in there. Right now, that's the potential lineup. Like, if we don't get Rodrigo and Diaz doesn't get sold, then there's your lineup for next season. Like, that is serious quality all over the park. Like, all over the park. It really is. Like, if Canate stays, then Canate stays. Yeah, but if Canate goes, then we replace him with potentially Guehi, or we're looking at Zabani. Like, both solid players. Zabani's only 23, by the way. Zabani's younger than Guehi. Guehi's 24, Zabani's 23. Zabani's also the captain for Bournemouth. Guehi's the captain for Crystal Palace. Like, we don't do things half-heartedly. Like, we make sure we get the right people in. And it's astounding. Like, Dominic Szoboszlai can't even get in that team. Like, that's wild. Like, Mamadashvili can't get in that team. Like, Cody Gapco can't get in that team. Like seriously? I think the Zabani one would be really interesting because he could be the future heir to Virgil van Dijk as well, because he could play next to Kirkez. Like, that is definitely a position he could do. But I do think he's right-footed and he likes being on the right-hand side. But I don't know whether that's because he played there with Huijsen and Huijsen wanted to play on the left. Like, I don't know where that works. Like, Russell, if you know that, then let me know, because I don't know. But you're spot on. You're spot on. They are. They're doing their thing. They're doing their thing, and they're getting the right people in. And I see a lot of right people there. Like there's not a player there that I don't think could be sensational next season. Even Diaz. Diaz could have another brilliant season. He really could. Like, I've got no doubt that if we kept him, he'd be great. But he doesn't want to stay with us anymore, and he wants to go to Bayern. So, tally ho. Okay, what else have I got for you? So I wanted to take a look at the values. Where are the values? Got the values here. 2 seconds. Got the values. Got the values here. I mean, it's money spent. Like, not gonna lie. Like, it's money spent. But it's the right money spent. Like, you have to replace Trent. Like, we all know that we could not rely on Bradley doing a whole year on his own. We know that we couldn't rely on that. It's never been done before by him. So to get a guy that's never injured, always available, absolute monster for such a small amount of money, like, is just fantastic business. And then you go and get Kirkez, who wants to win, wants to do well. Like, he's tenacious. He is a warrior. Like, I mean, just watching him against Preston when he came on, like, he won all his duels, he won all his tackles, he completed all his passes. Like, there wasn't anything he didn't do that wasn't 100%. Like, I was watching him going, oh my God, we've got an absolute star here. Like, and that's just against Preston. I'm like, he is so good. And he can only get better because he's only 21. Like, he's only 21. He gets into his prime when he's 26. Like, wild. Like, Frimpong, still 2 years away from being in his prime. Like, Burt's is still 4 years away from being into his prime. Like, madness. And Ekitike, like, everybody's talking about, like, oh, you know, Ekitike can never live up to what Isaac's done. I need to show you some of Ekitike's numbers because there's a reason why we've gone for him. There's a reason why he was a big target. Like, he's always been a big target. Like, he has. He's always been on the top of the list. Not the top of the list, but on the top of the list. And I'll show you now. And someone wrote in the chat, like there's a reason why Chelsea went for him. I actually think he turned down Chelsea. I actually think he turned down Chelsea, and that's why Chelsea went for João Pedro. I honestly believe that's why they went for João Pedro and Delap, because Ekitike turned them down. I honestly believe as soon as he found Liverpool were interested, he turned down all others. It was another one of those where we're the only people at the table. Like, so just break that down. 92 goals in 242 games. Yeah. That's Isaac in the Premier League. 50 goals in 151 games. That's Ekitike in the Bundesliga. And he's 23 and Isaac's 25. They're not a million miles away from being similar numbers. They just aren't. And he's in the Bundesliga and he's also younger. So just showing you this. And we'll go through some bits on Ekitike now. So highest combined XG and XAG last season in Europe's top 5 leagues. Just showing you the numbers. Mo Salah top, 39.4. Kylian Mbappe, 33.5. Rafinha, 31.9. Robert Lewandowski, 29.5. Hugo Ekitike, 28.3. Look, the nerds would have been looking at Ekitike, and the nerds would have liked what they've seen. They would have loved what they've seen. And I get you. I get it with the Darwin Núñez PTSD. I get it. But the difference with Darwin Núñez was Darwin Núñez's shot conversion and XG was poor all the time. All the time. It was only good once the year before he came to Liverpool. And before that it wasn't. And after that it hasn't been. And that's the difference. Like, the nerds will have looked at this guy and the nerds would have gone, this feels like an Ekitike that we tried to sign. Sorry, this feels like an Isaac that we tried to sign at Real Sociedad when he was ready for a big move, when he was 22. Ekitike's 23. He's a year older. So I feel the nerds have looked at that and gone, look, if we can't get Isaac, if they say no, we can't get Isaac, which is the dream, and at least we tried, then we go and get the next Isaac. And this is what we talked about for so long. How many times have we sat there and gone, why don't we just go and get the next Andy Robertson? Why don't we go and get the next Trent Alexander-Arnold? Why don't we get the next this? Why don't we get the next that? Well, guess what we're doing? That's what we're doing. Why don't we go and get the next Virgil van Dijk? Well, we might do if we go and get Zabani, or we might do if we go and get Guehi. Why don't we go to the next Andy Robinson? I think we just have. I think we've just got Kirkes. I think he's the next Andy Robinson. Like, why don't we get a player that's similar to Mane? Okay, well, we might go and get Rodrigo. He's an absolute workhorse. He's a dog. He's a bit of an animal. If you watch him, he puts it in. He's the only one at Real Madrid that does in their attack. But yeah, so this is more on Ekatike. Got more stuff for you. Got some really interesting stuff here, by the way. So check out these numbers. Minutes played, 2,500. Goals, 15. Expected goals, 21. I get it. His XG wasn't great this year. Like, he does need to work on his goals, like on his shooting. I get that, and we've all talked about that. But it's what else he does. It's what else he does. It's so important to have the package. It really is. If you've got a guy that doesn't score a ridiculous amount of goals, then what else does he do for you up front? Well, he creates a shit ton of chances. He created 44 chances, more than Isaac. And he's not afraid to shoot. Like, he's not afraid to shoot. Has a lot of shots from the middle of the goal as well. So we just need to help him. That's what we need. We need to help him. And I think he's going to be fine. I really do. He got 12 assists last season as well. So he does provide assists, which is important. And we're not looking for a guy to score 40 goals. Because we have Mo. And we have Mo, we have Cody. We'll have Rodrigo, hopefully. We'll have Wirtz. Like, they'll all just chip in. Like, Mo's going to score 30 anyway. He always does. As long as Ekatike can chip in with 15, which he did last season, then I'm fine with Ekatike getting 15 Premier League goals next season. That's fine for me. But 6 from Darwin Núñez is not good enough. 9 from Cody Gakpo is not good enough. 15 is kind of what we want to be looking at for your first season. I mean, it is. It gets you in the top 10. Like, 15 goals in the Premier League gets you in the top 10 for goals scored. Like, it just does. Like, the Premier League's not easy to score in. There's only 38 games, remember. There's 38 Premier League games. If you score 15 goals in the Premier League, that's not bad. Like, seriously. Remember, everybody wanted Liam Delap. How many goals did Liam Delap score? Was it 12? Was it 12 or was it 13? Like, he scored 13 or 12 goals. So, let's not get it twisted. 15 goals in the Premier League is a good. That's a good amount of goals. That was kind of the amount of goals that Mane was scoring all the time. It was. Like, it's just Salah that scores bonkers numbers. It just is. I got more for you here. Hang on. Okay, so some of the numbers I've got here are pretty wild. Like, okay, so best attacking output. This is from Opta. Best attacking output across 2024-2025 of every single player in Europe's top 5. Okay, let me just get rid of that. Look at Ekatike. Look at Ekatike. We're talking about nerds. We are talking about the nerds, yeah? We're talking about the nerds looking at this information going, okay, so where does Ekatike fit then? This is what the nerds are looking at. They're looking at these numbers. Everybody was raving on about us getting looking for Garassi. He's the guy. He's going to be a bagsman. Like Visser. Yeah, we're going to look at Visser. Wolfmaid. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, Rafinha, Barcola. Ekatike is better than all of them in the numbers. There's only one player that's better, and it's Dembele. And Dembele's probably going to win the Ballon d'Or. Like, Dembele's probably going to win the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, I do think he's a good player. I do think he's a good player. He got relegated as well, didn't he? But he plays for Chelsea's B team, doesn't he? But it's really interesting, like, because the nerds will be looking at these. The nerds will be looking at all of these numbers and they'll be going, hang on a minute. Across the whole 5 leagues, the attacking output of Ekatike was better than Mbappe. And there's only one player that was better than him, and that was Dembele. Really? Like he is the guy that we need to be looking at then, isn't he? He is the guy that we need to be looking at. Like are we disagreeing that we don't think we should be getting him? Yeah, Soloff had a really good season. Like, he had a really good season. Yeah, I am. I'm on Don's show. I'm on Don's show at 11. I'm doing mine before. Because I don't get to talk about all of this stuff. And I also don't want to do a show after his because I'm out early tomorrow. So I've got a long day tomorrow. So I wanted to get my show done earlier so I didn't have to do a show at 12:30 or 1 o'clock, because I know it's great getting like all of his people over onto my show. It is good, but I'm knackered and I'll just be waffling. Like, I've got a set of what I want to talk about in this show. So I've got more stuff I want to show you. Also, I also want to put a big shout out to David Lynch for these clips that I'm going to show you. These are from Dave. This isn't from David Lynch, actually. This is from me. But this is Ekatike. He has a knack of being able to get himself into great positions in front of goal. Was clear in 2024-2025, with the Frenchman accumulating the 3rd highest XG total from non-penalty shots across the top 5 leagues, 19.2, and ranking joint 6 for non-penalty shots inside the box with 85. Look, all I'm saying is the nerds will have looked at all of this. And this is what we need to look at, because we can all sit there and go, oh, you know, Darwin Núñez cost us this much and he had one good season and blah, 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 blah. This guy's got the data. This guy has got the data. Like 14 goals, 19.2 XG, 114 shots. He's not scared of shooting. Look at all the shots he's had. Look at where his goals have come from, though. In the box. In the centre of the box. Which means he's there. Which means he gets into that position. And guess who's going to play the ball there? It's going to be Mo. It's going to be Wirtz. It's going to be Rodrigo. Or Cody. It's going to be Frimpong. It's going to be Kirkes. McAllister will get it in there. Dominic Szoboszlai will get it in there. Gravenberch will play it in there. Like, he's going to get plenty of chances. And I think he'll score the goals. He's not going to be an Osherman. He's not going to be an Isaac. I'm sorry. He just isn't. He's not going to come in and bang 25 goals. He just isn't. He just isn't. And all of this nonsense that I'm hearing, and you're right, mate, all of this nonsense I'm hearing about false 9 is just, it's crap. He's a number 9. He played as a single striker up front on his own for Eintracht Frankfurt. That's what he did. And he was good at it. The nerds want him. And I trust the nerds. The nerds wanted Isaac. The nerds wanted Nkunku, and Jurgen wanted other players. He wanted Diaz and he wanted Darwin Núñez. That's just it. That's just it. And I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Okay, I went on a tangent yesterday about it, but I won't now. And this is some of the stuff that I got from David Lynch. This is brilliant. This is really good stuff. I mean, I could have just cut and pasted this myself, to be honest, but I took it off his show. This is really good stuff. Like, this is the type of stuff that should give you some hope. Like, I mean it. Like, so this is Isaac against Ekitike. Honestly, like, I think we are getting something very, very special. I really do. Look at his numbers. His numbers are much higher than Isaac's. And I know he's in the German league, but the German league is not the Portuguese league. It is not the Portuguese league. It's not a farmers' league where there's only 4 teams that are any good. And every time they play a British team, they get thumped by 5 goals. Like, they just do. Like, Sporting, Benfica, Porto, Boa Vista, that's pretty much it, I think. They get thumped by every team, normally. Like, so no wonder you're scoring shitloads of goals in Portugal. They're shit. Like, shit league, shit goalkeepers. Like, half the players you've never heard of. Half the players have come from Brazil because they can get a bloody passport. And they're rubbish. Honestly, like, this guy's played against good teams in Germany, and there are a lot of good teams in Germany. Like, we have to be honest. There's a lot of good teams in Germany. There really are. Like, Bayer Leverkusen got all the way to a Euro final. Eintracht Frankfurt won a Euro final. Bayern Munich got all the way to a semi. Like, Dortmund got to a Champions League final. Not last year, the year before. Like, Leipzig have been there and thereabouts. You know, there's some good teams. There is some good teams in that league. It's not the Premier League, but it's better than France. And I actually think it's better than Spain. I think the German league's better than Spain. Like, I'll be straight up. Like, the Spanish league's got about five teams in it. I think the German league's probably got 10 to 12 decent teams. And then you've got 3 that will probably compete all the time. But the numbers for Ekitike are really good. Like, the nerds would have looked at this, and we need to look at it as well. That's what I'm here to show you. Okay, I said I'd do a dive on this, and I am. Okay, so let's take a look at what he can do with the ball. Okay, his passing attempted is better. His pass completion is identical. It's identical to Isaac. Progressive passes he needs to work on, and we know that. And he can do that at Liverpool. But he's also playing with better players, which means he can progress further. Progressive carries, unbelievable. Better than Isaac. Successful take-ons, better than Isaac. And we think Isaac's a good dribbler. Like, he's better than him. He has more touches in the penalty box than Isaac. And he has more progressive passes recovered. Like, the guy is literally Alexander Isak 2 years ago. He's literally Alexander Isak 2 years ago. And Alexander Isak scored about 15 goals in the Premier League 2 years ago. So it's like, really? Like, you are getting the next Isak. Like, and if we sign Isak, then amazing. Like, we've basically got 2 Isaks. But yeah, everybody calls him the baby Isaac, and I'm not surprised. Like all the data racks up against him, and I understand why Liverpool were like, okay, number one's Isaac, number two's Ekitike, and I get why they've gone for Ekitike. There's no reason why you wouldn't look at this and go, Jesus, this guy is unbelievable. His numbers are ridiculous. So next, I'm going to show you this, which I find crazy, by the way. And I reckon this is even better than Isaac. Look at his interception numbers. Like, you're looking to sign a player that can press the ball high, that can block off passing lanes. His interceptions are like a defender's. His interceptions are like Gravenberch's. He's got long legs and he gets in the way of the ball. And he can nick the ball off players. I mean, I don't know about you, but he's better in the air. He's better in the air than Isaac, and he's better with clearances than Isaac, and he also does more tackles. Like, genuinely, there is nothing about Ekitike that gives me any fear. There really isn't. Like, and I was a bit fearful, but I started to look at him, and I started to do a deep dive into his numbers and what he can do, and I am really excited. Like, this one has to happen. This one has to happen because I think we've got ourselves something really special. Like, interceptions, 86 percentile. Like, it is Firmino levels. It's Firmino levels. It's also Firmino levels on passing. Like, runs with the ball, passes the ball, doesn't lose the ball, can win the ball back. Like, there's a lot of Firmino about him, but he's still a number 9. He's not a false 9. He's also really fast. He is really fast, by the way. Like, I think he's been clocked at 36 miles per hour. Let me double check actually how fast he is. Ekitike speed. What's his speed? 37.16 kilometers. Yeah, 37.16 kilometers. Ekitike. He's fast. He is fast. He's almost as fast as Frimpong. Like, the guy is lightning. Okay, so 35.5 miles an hour. Is that right? 35.5 miles an hour. 35.5 kilometers. You say? All right. Well, I just read 37, but it doesn't matter. But he's fast. Okay. And he doesn't get injured. No injury problems. No injury problems at all. No injury problems at all. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through for 5 minutes our potential front three. Okay, I'm going to quickly go through our front three. Okay, so let's have a look at the front three, and let's also take a look at the other two, which make up the front five. And this is what I want to show you. So I'm going on my tactics board again because I love doing that. Let me just share my tactics board. Because this is what we need to look at. We need to look at the front five. Okay? And the reason why I say that is, God, I put bloody Mateta in there, didn't I? I think I was doing a thingy. I was doing a deep dive into that Ek here. TK, okay. So we need to look at the front five, and I'll show you now why. I need to get rid of all of these backup players because I had them all in the team. This is how big our squad is, by the way. I think Doug gets sold. Let me get rid of the goalkeepers. Okay. So I'm going to keep Guay. I'm going to keep Guay there. Okay. So he's going to stay there. Okay. So this is the front five that I wanted to show you. So you've got Frimpong, 2 there, and then Verts. Okay. So this is what this is what I believe our team will look like in games when we're when we're in full mode, like literally we're in gung ho mode and we've got the ball and we're pushing up into their pitch. That's what I believe. That's what I believe our front five will be. Frimpong overlapping Salah, Kirkez overlapping Rodrigo, Ekatike down the middle, and then Verts being in the hot zone, obviously in the box, and he'll be able to weave in and out and play the ball in and out and just be a nuisance on the edge of the box. And when he gets in the box, he's deadly anyway. So I wanted to show you that because I wanted to show you some numbers on Ekatike, show you some numbers on Rodrigo, show you some numbers on Frimpong and Verts. I'm not going to show you numbers on Kirkez because he's still really young. He's got numbers behind him, but not a huge amount. And then show you numbers on Verts. And that's scary. People should think that is really scary because it is. Because it really is. And if you look at the way Slot plays in 2 halves of the pitch. So 2 halves of the single half. And what he does is he either overloads the attack or overloads the defence. And it means that the opposition has to have more players in one area to overcome what we have in their area. So if we've got 6 players in their attack, they need to have 7 players in their attack, in their defence, which means they've got no one up front. So they are pinned back. Yeah. And we still have 4 in our defence, which means we have more than their attack. Do you get me? And it works the opposite way. Like, it's a way of just overcoming a problem quickly by having more players outgunning the other players. And because we have such pacey players in Frimpong and Kirkez, they can easily just get back into line. Like, they could easily get back into line. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You've got 6 at the back then to overcome the opposition. And it's really great tactics. And Slot's done it all season and it works great. I don't think we'll play 3-5-2. I don't think we'll play 3-5-2. I'm not sure. Like, even looking at the preseason game, it didn't feel like Grav. It didn't feel like Grav was in the centre back position at all in transition. It just didn't feel like that. But I mean, Bradley scored, like, so that makes a lot of sense. Like, underlaps, overlaps. Kirkez did like underlapped and then put a crossfield ball all the way over to Doak, and then Doak took on their player and set up the assist for who scored? Who scored the second goal? Who scored the second goal? Or was it Bradley? I don't know now. Anyway, Or third goal. Sorry, it was the third goal, wasn't it? Set up the third goal. I can't remember who scored the third goal. I can't remember who scored the third goal now. Was it Nunes scored the second? Who scored the third? Who scored the third? Was it a midfielder? I don't know now. I don't know now. I forgot. Okay, so let's have a look at XTK. Right, so XTK's numbers. Let me get rid of that. Like, I've already shown you that. It's like pure green. Like, it's mental. Okay, so similar to Dembele, similar to Vinicius Jr., similar to Isaac, obviously. Kane, God bless his soul. Just the league alone, yeah? 15 goals, 31 starts, 8 assists. Really good numbers. 23 GA in 31 games. Really good. XG was 21, which means he should have scored more. We know that. But it's the other stuff. So it's the other things. Shots on target, 38%. So third rank. Oh, sorry, they finished third. So 644 passes attempted, 486. Really good numbers. Medium and long, 80% completion in short, 75% in medium. Really good numbers. Obviously, you've got passing types. I'm not going to look at those. But then it's the shot creating actions. 101 shot creating actions. So 3.5 shot creating actions per game. Really good numbers. 14 take-ons. 20 shots that lead to another shot attempt. So he's had a shot and it's been saved and it's gone to another shot. Goal creating actions, 12. I mean, he got 8 assists. Like, his numbers are great. And he's also a tackler. 16 tackles, 12 won. Like, they're really good numbers. Like, blocks, 13 blocks. Like, interceptions, 23 tackles and interceptions. Like, 7 interceptions in the Bundesliga. Like, these are ridiculous numbers. These are ridiculous numbers for a striker. They just are. Like, anyway, had a look at him. Numbers are great. Like, the nerds love him, and I don't blame them. I really don't blame them. He's 6'2.5", by the way. He's another big lad. And he's just turned 23, by the way. Just in case people are thinking that he's 24 soon, he's not. He's just turned 23. Okay, so we've still got another year left on him before he's 24. So plenty of legs in him, plenty of time to make him even better. Brilliant stuff. Rodrigo. Let's have a look at Rodrigo. What does Rodrigo provide? Okay. Numbers, passing is spectacular. Like, he's so good on the ball, so good with the ball, good with his shot creating actions, not so good with his goals and his shots and his assists. Also, not bad with interceptions and blocks. It's quite similar that we're looking at another guy that's a hard worker who'll be involved, similar to Nico Williams, similar to Kvaratskhelia, who we were also looking at, similar to Florian Wirtz. Real Madrid, 22 starts, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 GA. Didn't have a good season. He didn't have a good season. Like, he knows he didn't. He only played 1,900 minutes. He played 2,300 minutes the season before, and got 10 goals and 5 assists. He was a lot better. Didn't really have many shots. 54 shots, 6 goals, 20 on target, 37% shots on target. Passing, obviously, they have a ridiculous amount of passes. 85% completion, brilliant numbers. Don't really need to look at that. He never gives the ball away, we know that. Goal and shot creation. 106 shot creation actions, 4.9 per game. Good numbers. Goal creating actions, 9. Also good numbers. Defensive actions, 21 tackles, 14-1. He's another fighter. It's another fighter. 18 blocks. That's good. 32 tackles and interceptions. 11 interceptions. More really good numbers from an attacker. He's another dog. He's another dogged player. Like, he's still only 24 as well, by the way. He's still young. He's been around for ages. Another dog. Works really hard. Big up Colin for becoming a member. Appreciate it, mate. I'm doing a show at 9 o'clock on Sunday. Tune in. Have a look at Florian's numbers. I still can't believe he's 22. Like, bloody hell. 22, man. 31 game. I mean, let's just look at his numbers. I mean, just look at that. That's just insane. Also, another guy that blocks the ball. Look. This is important. This is clearly something that Liverpool have looked at and gone, like, it'd be good if we could get attackers that really do the hard yards as well and put the foot in. Interceptions, tackles, and blocks. Like, it obviously helps. Rodrigo, similar. Also Saka. Like, I'm not going to go there. 25 starts last season, 10 goals, 12 assists. Nuts. Like, 2,300 minutes. Nuts. Didn't even play. Like, didn't even do over 3,000 minutes. Like, Mo and Virgil did over 3,000 minutes. Like, total shots 74, 35 on target, 10 goals, 47% shots on target. We don't need to look at his numbers for 78% completion in the final third. 1,700 passes attempted, 1,300 completed. Numbers are mental. His numbers are mental, honestly. Goal creation actions. 148, 5 shot creating actions per game. Bloody hell. That's insane. Goal creating actions, 91. Okay, he almost provides a goal a game with his creation. Can you see that? 0.80 per game. You're almost guaranteed for him to set a player up a game. Like 0.80. Like 0.1 is a goal. Like, he creates an action for a goal. That's mental. That is mental numbers. And defensive-wise, 32 tackles, 21. Like, he's another dog. 126 blocks. 44 interceptions. Like, seriously? This guy is doing defensive midfielder numbers. My God, we've got something special there. Okay, so I'm looking at Ekitike. I'm looking at Rodrigo. I'm looking at Florian Wirtz. What are we seeing? What are we seeing? We are seeing similar types of players that put the foot in, win the ball, block the ball, interceptions, shot creating actions, goal creating actions. They are all heavily involved in all of these numbers. We have got something special here, I'm telling you. Like the nerds, the nerds have done their job. Like they have done their job impeccably here. I am looking at 3 players that have all got similar traits, and we've signed one. We're about to sign the second, and we're in talks with the third. I'm seeing fantastic numbers in the areas that are important for all of them. I'm going to look at Frimpong now, by the way. Okay, so he's only 24. I mean, he's 25 soon, but like he's still young. Mental. That's just, those numbers are mental. Those numbers are mental. Similar players: Dumfries, Grimaldo, Ain't Nori. 25 starts, 2,300 minutes, same as Verts, 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 GA. Brilliant numbers. He had 34 shots, 16 on target. He scored 5 goals, 47% shots on target. Like nuts. Passing 76%, 88%. Yeah, I mean most of his passings in the final third. Like to even get those kind of numbers is good. It really is. Passing types. Actually, let's do goal and shot creation. 66 shot creation actions, 2.5 per game. 11 goal creating actions, 0.43 per game. Means every 2 games he'll get you a goal. He'll create a goal. Sorry, every 4 games he'll create a goal. Goal creating actions. Actually, no, it's not that. Defensive actions. 33 tackles, 25 won. Good numbers. Blocks. 25 blocks. 8 interceptions. Not the greatest of defensive numbers, but he's not being used in a defensive capacity. But he will be. But he will be more at Liverpool. So his numbers will be fine. But seriously, man, really good numbers. Like really excited by what I see. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm not going to show you Mo's numbers. There's no point showing you Mo's numbers. Like there really isn't. Like we all know how good they are. Like I could do an entire show on it. So I'm going to shoot off now for 20 minutes and chill with the wife for a bit, have a drink, and then I'm going to be back on Usam's channel. So there's 180 of you in here. I expect 180 of you in Don's show. Okay, and put in KMAC Raid. So you head straight over there now. Once I've finished, and put in KMAC Raid, and then come back for the show. Okay, because Don's is always a great show, and I really hope this show has filled you with more optimism and more hope about the front 3 that we're potentially going to have, the front 5 that we're potentially going to have next season. And I hope you feel a bit better about Ekitike now. Okay? Anyway, I'm just going to set this up now. So you go over to Don's show. So where is it? Is that it? Yeah. Okay, so you head over there now and drop a KMack raid in there, and I will see you in 15 minutes now because I've waffled enough already. But what I will do is I'll give everyone a quick shout. I'll give a load of members a quick shout out before I go. So big up Super Kylo, new member. Not seen you before. Big up Morton. Any more? Big up Liverpool Goals TV. John 50, Duffers, Dave Crompton, Josh Harding, IBR Stella. Gary Richards is in as well. Big up all of yous. Whacking KMack raid. That will be great. And I will see you all on Don's show in 20 minutes because he's sometimes late, right? But I will see you there, okay? I'll catch you all later. By the way, if you want to support the channel, drop me a super chat. I still receive them. And if you want to become a member, please join. I'm doing a show at 9 o'clock on Sunday. It's going to be amazing. It's called Conspiracies and Rabbit Holes. Get involved, support the channel. Really appreciate it. Much love. I will see you all in 20 minutes on Don's show, and this will divert you there and put in KMack raid. I will catch you later. Up the Reds. And by the way, 21 for 20 lives forever. Peace.